The legal battle for the money and properties of late Herbert WIGWE has started just a year after his passing with his wife and first son. So this is what the case is about. The case is handled by Justice A.O. Adeyemi of the Lagos State High Court in Ikeja. An application was filed by Christian WIGWE, who is the cousin of late Herbert WIGWE, and Pastor Shingil WIGWE, who is the father of late Herbert WIGWE. They are seeking the appointment of a temporary provision of money for the maintenance of estates and provision for the minor children, which of course includes David, Hannah, and Okachi. Tochi is the oldest child and she's not a minor, she's already an adult. So the father and cousin of late Herbert WIGWE filed an application to seek for temporary funds made available to them to maintain the estates of late Herbert WIGWE and to also provide for his children. Because from what I can understand, I think there are strict procedures that has to be followed in the disclosure of the will and distribution of wealth as instructed by late Herbert WIGWE before he passed. The applicant, which of course is Christian and Pastor Shingil WIGWE, claim that there is definitely need for a temporary relief to be made available considering the several estates owned by late Herbert WIGWE, which needs funds for maintenance, and also his family who also depend on him for a living. The applicants requested that Pastor Shingil WIGWE and Tochi WIGWE should be placed as guardians of the 3 minor children and make temporary funds available to them for sustenance pending the final distribution of wealth. In a ruling delivered on the 6th of February 2025 in Ikeja, Justice A.O. Adeyemi dismissed the application and deemed the claims unsustainable, stating that the claimants were not entitled to the reliefs they are applying for. He further explained that the claims by the applicants were essentially included in the substantive suits. One major thing that caught my attention in all of this is that Tochi WIGWE, who is the first daughter of late Herbert WIGWE, allegedly stood as a defendant in the case, which means that she was standing against the application by her uncle and grandfather. As reported by Business Day, they wrote, "During the High Court proceedings, the claimant's counsel requested that the matter be heard in chambers, citing the involvement of minor children and the need for discretion under Section 128 of the Child Rights Law 2007. However, the defendants, including Aigboje, AIG Imokwede, Chris WIGWE and Otutotochi WIGWE, represented by Paul Usoro SAN, objected and the court ultimately heard the matter in public. Although the hearings proceeded discreetly, the ruling's subsequent widespread publication has drawn concern, particularly given its impact on the aged parents and minor children." So that is how I got to know that Tochi WIGWE is actually standing as a defendant against the claimants of this case. So even though the application of the claimants appeared to be in favor of Tochi and her younger ones and also her grandfather, she seemed not to be in support of it. From what I can understand, I suspect that she wants all the instructions given by her father as regarding the distribution of his wealth to be followed strictly. Guys, permit me to say that the distribution of this man's wealth is going to be one of the most difficult distributions to be done, because I can imagine that when he was writing his will, he could never have planned that he was going to die on the same day with his wife and his first son. So I believe that in that will, most of the wealth, like the major beneficiaries of his wealth, would be his wife and his first son. And they are also late, like Herbert WIGWE, his wife, Chizoba WIGWE, and their son, Chizi WIGWE, all passed on the same day. If you are new to the story, I'm going to leave links in the description box. We have several video. I made several reports, from when they passed up to their 1 year anniversary. I've been making reports about this case and seeing how this thing is like playing out, seeing how this whole thing is playing out. I am really feeling like every time I make a report about this case, I feel a certain way, because how could he have imagined that he was going to die on the same day with his wife and his first son? So I believe the wife and the first son are going to be major beneficiaries of his wealth in that will. So I wonder how they are going to sort this out. Except they all handle it with maturity, patience, and conscience, there's going to be confusion. Like, this is just the beginning, This is their first appearance in court and they're already trending. So I can imagine if they don't do this thing maturely, if they don't try to come together as a family and see how they can sort this thing out in a way that would be beneficial to everybody and nobody feels cheated. If they don't see how they can sort it out, there's going to be issues. Because I can also see, I believe that the family of the late Chizoba Wigwe, who is the mother of Tochi Wigwe, her family too might also want a share of her own wealth. So there's going to be confusion if they don't handle this thing well. I pray that God gives them wisdom. I pray that God gives them patience, understanding to share this wealth without any confusion. And may the soul of Herbert Wigwe, Chizoba Wigwe, and Chizi Wigwe continue to rest in peace. Guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. This broadcast was brought to you by Becky Culture Media, where we talk about trending news and events. If you are new here, please subscribe before you leave, and please click on the like button, drop a comment, let us know where you're watching the video from, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.